I shit you not. I was going to vote for Kanye West.
What? No.
Well, who am I going to vote for?
Come on.
Stop.
I'm not going to vote for Biden. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I don't like Trump, so I'm not going to vote for him. So who do I vote for? Right-in?
Right.
Kanye's on the ballot. I'll vote for Kanye.
You're a Kanye guy.
What the fuck? I don't care.
Oh, my God.
Ugh.
Oh, that's so weird.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Kanye, you lost my vote
Oh, no.
over what you
No.
said on the Joe Rogan podcast.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
So, Kanye West, presidential hopeful, was a guest
So weird.
on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
And he did a 3-hour interview
Whoa.
with Joe. Like, what did they talk about?
Dude,
Like,
what didn't they talk about?
yeah,
I
well,
guess?
Kanye, I'm sure, went on like, half-hour long soliloquy.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, they were super coherent.
Yeah, Joe's, wasted and whatever. But yeah, he was on for 3 hours. So ranged on all kinds of different topics, all kinds of different things that they discussed. Obviously, they're talking about him wanting to become president and why he's running.
And Eddie, as well, maybe not anymore, but you were thinking about voting
Yeah,
for
he
Kanye.
was my candidate.
Yeah.
Your
They-
guy, huh?
Kanye said that potentially being the governor of California isn't out of the question for him.
That may be more his bag.
So now he believes it's God's plan.
Would it be worse than Newsom?
Oh, controversial.
there we
Slam. Yeah, he says he believes that it's God's plan for him to be the leader of the free world, but if for some reason his path leads him to the governor of California, then that's
God,
fine
man.
too. That's
We'll
fine.
see. We'll see what God
You know
wants.
what's crazy? If
Kanye.
but if Kanye if he was just a normal person with no money, he'd be 5150 in a padded room. But because he has money, he's able to say whatever he wants.
He's
It's
eccentric.
fucking crazy.
He's an artist.
And if I came out and started acting and talking like this, you guys would all be super concerned.
And you kinda do.
And I'd be
You're
really.
kinda go on
I say
crazy
that.
rants.
I say
Yeah.
that God told me to do things.
No, not,
and I
it's
should be
different.
president
But
of the free world.
You do say that you have a lot of controversial statements.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm
Soup
so,
can't be a meal.
Well,
and
that's true.
crazy
Yeah.
talk.
Oh,
that's
Put
true.
butter on a
Insane.
peanut butter jelly
Yeah,
sandwich.
well, dude, the butter take,
Ooh.
like that alone, you should be padded room.
Yeah.
100%.
I have been in
Pad-
padded rooms
padded.
before.
Like butter pad.
Butter pad. Yeah.
Okay, so they talked about a lot of shit, obviously, for 3 hours.
3 fucking hours.
But something popped up that I don't know that was on Joe's, question sheet.
He didn't prep for this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Sort of, stream of consciousness, Kanye.
Yeah.
Things just kind of fall out of his mouth.
Duh.
And this came out, and this statement right here cost him my vote. Listen to this.
Thing I want to say, like, and this is about to make me mad right here. The first time you see me get mad in an interview. They said that George Lucas's prequels are worse than the corporate-made Disney Star Wars.
I'll get mad at that too.
Like
that's fucking ridiculous.
Revenge of the Sith. We saw how Darth Vader was made.
Yeah.
Like, I watched that like 10 times during COVID. Like, don't jump, Anakin. I got the high ground.
Those early movies were pure. They were pure.
I mean, no. I'm saying even the prequels are better than anything that. And I'm sorry, Disney Star Wars design team. I know you're gonna like put my face up in
All right,
the.
Kanye, okay. Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. You've said a lot of crazy shit.
Wow.
Over the time that you've gone crazy.
Yeah.
You said a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing you've ever said. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, now as someone who's not as deep as you, what is he actually saying? Is he saying like the Jar Jar Binks ones are the best out of everything, or is he saying it's better than like the new stuff?
Crazy.
He's saying that episodes 1, 2, and 3,
And that's
which
the
is
Jar
Jar Jar's in one and kind of in the other ones,
Okay.
are better than the newest one. Oh, no! Force Awakens, those ones.
All the Rey.
The newer ones. Yeah,
and
yeah. That storyline.
Okay, that's
Because that's the Disney corporate
Okay.
ones, according to him. And that's pure madness in my estimation.
Madness?
Yeah, well, yeah, this guy does need to be put in a
Now he does.
Now I
Now,
agree with
now,
you.
now.
Now I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because listen, I'm a massive Star Wars fan, And I don't understand the hate for the latest ones. I really don't. The last movie was one of my favorite ones.
And what was that one?
The very last one, the end of the chapter, episode 9.
Okay.
It was to me was one of my favorite ones. I loved the way that everything wrapped up. I loved the story. I have no problems, with the Disney movies. Last Jedi was not great. It was not my favorite. They went in kind of a weird direction after what J.J. Abrams kind of started in Force Awakens.
Yeah.
The next director kind of said, "Fuck that! I'm going to do my own thing."
Which is a weird thing to do in a trilogy.
Well, yeah, I was like, wait, what's going on here? What's going on here? And none of that really made sense. But then JJ got a hold of it, brought it right back, and then episode 9 I thought was fantastic. And so there are people out there that just, it's not the same for them, from what the movies they remembered when they were kids, when they grew up watching the original Star Wars movies. Like, it has a different feel to it. So it's like, oh, it's shitty now. I hate it. And Disney's, made it so crappy. And I'm like, hey, assholes, do you realize there would be no Star Wars if Disney didn't buy it? We would have nothing. We'd have nothing. Yeah. And maybe you would prefer that. Okay, then don't watch them. But I loved them. I'm seeing the characters that I grew up with that I loved. And I'm also seeing new stories and new characters that I really enjoy. And so I've got nothing but love for the new movies.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi was not great. I'll totally give you that. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And the 3 prequels are all garbage. They're shit. They are, I'll never forget. I took the day off work.
I'm sorry?
When episode 1 came out.
Really?
When Phantom Menace came out, I took the day off work.
Like an adult taking the day off of work?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just really trying to get in
now
this
understand
space.
This.
Okay.
We have the original movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have Star Wars. We have Empire Strikes Back. We have Return of the Jedi, and the last one was made in 1983, and so that I was 10 years old, and so I discovered my love for it, and I became the obsessed fan that I am, and then that was it. We're not going to get any more movies. It was in. That was the end of the series. Well, George Lucas gets a hair up his ass and decides, you know what? I'm going to make the prequels.
Yeah.
Good old
And
George.
so, in my world, holy shit, we're getting more Star Wars movies. Like, I never thought this would happen.
What year did it come out?
It was in the 90s, or like 98, I want to say, 97, something like that. And so I was like, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm going to be front row, first in line, whatever. I'm going to see this movie.
Yeah.
And what am I going to go to work after that? I can't. I'm going to be an emotional wreck.
Emotional.
This is going to be the greatest moment of my life.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there during Phantom Menace.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Is this a solo mission or do you bring a friend
No,
with
I
you?
went by myself.
I get that.
Because you knew it. You needed.
I don't want anybody distracting me. Wow. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe afterwards I'll be able to hold a conversation, but I don't know.
Wow.
So it was.
Okay.
This was one of the biggest events of my life at that time.
Wow.
I wasn't married. I had no kids. This is it for me.
All right.
So I'm sitting there by myself, the Mission Valley 20, watching it by myself, sitting there, and I don't understand what's happening. I'm seeing the movie. I'm seeing Jar Jar Binks. I'm seeing young Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, little guy.
Jake Lloyd.
Oh, okay. The fact you know his name is.
I'm seeing all of the things that are happening in episode 1, and I don't know what's happening in my brain because I'm not enjoying what I'm seeing.
Oh.
And I go, that's literally impossible.
Right.
I love Star Wars. George Lucas is making this movie himself. And so this doesn't compute. Like my neurons aren't firing correctly. And I had the thought after I walked out of the theater, do I not love Star Wars anymore? Is it over? Was I just a kid? And now I'm a grown adult. Like, this is like whatever now.
Oh, heartbroken?
That can't be right.
No, come on.
And so I go back and I watch it like 5 more times, and I'm like, no, this fucking just sucks. George Lucas made a shit movie.
Now, at the time, are you trying to justify any of the movie?
I fought it.
Okay.
Because I did like Darth Maul, and I liked the scene when he fights Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. I thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
And I always held on to that. And then I would argue with people, no, it's fucking good, dude. Darth Maul, come on, man.
I totally get this.
But I was lying.
So your heart knew the truth, but your words were saying something different.
That is 1,000% the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
I can relate to this because the thing I love as much as Eddie loves Star Wars is Eminem. right?
Yeah.
And he dropped an album 3 years ago, I think now. That was fucking trash.
Oh.
It was a god awful album. I get what he was trying to do, but
Yeah.
it just was a very boring album. Wasn't great. But initially, I remember being like, no, there's some good lines.
You don't
there.
get it.
You
Yeah.
don't. You just don't get it.
It's a genius.
And then
Spit mad lyrics.
yeah, and then 8 months later, he dropped an album, and it was like, thank God.
Yeah.
But then people hate on him just to, he's never going to be like he was. But it's just like, don't listen to him. I get everything that Eddie's saying.
This is so true. So then the second one comes out,
Yeah.
and some say it's worse than the first one.
Oh.
And I don't have any redeeming like scenes or anything from episode 2 that I did in episode 1. It's just straight trash.
Oh.
And I'm like, fuck.
Now what?
What has happened to my
Yeah.
series? Like I fucking
What
can't
has
believe
happened?
It. This is pure madness.
Oh no.
Episode 3 comes
no.
out.
Oh.
Episode 3 was better than the first 2. And so I went, okay, I can kind of hold on to that. And
Is this the one where we're pod racing?
No, that's episode 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are we doing in episode 3?
Episode 3 was when he fully makes the transition to the dark side.
Oh,
And
like
Yoda fights
he gets
the
the
Emperor.
tits.
Oh.
He totally transitions.
No, no.
different
that-
transition.
no.
Different
To Darth
transition.
Vader, to Darth Vader.
Oh, to Darth
Yeah.
Vader.
Yeah.
This is teen Anakin in number 3. Are we at
Teen Anakin was more 2, and this is Man Anakin, who is now fully transitioning. into
Mannequin.
Mannequin.
Question.
Yes.
What were
That's
these
funny.
movies
Thank you.
reviewed? Like, what were the
Not
reviews
good.
on them? They were not,
Not
good.
good.
So it's not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
you.
yeah. No.
Okay.
Like the critics really hated him.
Oh,
The
okay.
critics are never gonna like, a great sci-fi movie anyway.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But they trashed him. And most like ask Kevin Smith about
yeah.
who's a massive nerd like me about
he
the
is.
prequels. He hated them, just like I did.
Right.
And so it wasn't until later on in my life I could fully admit
Yeah.
the prequels are trash.
Yeah.
Something in the Star Wars universe I don't like. And so it's hard for me to even say that because I want to love everything. Now, when they air on TNT, do I watch them still? Yes.
Of course he does.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Yes,
That's
I do. I
interesting.
can't help it. It's an addiction.
Okay.
So then again, we're done. George, you fucking killed the series. Thanks a lot, dude, because you wanted to play with your computer graphics.
Right.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
whatever. And so the series is done. I wait 10 more years again,
Yes.
or however long it
Here we
was,
go.
maybe longer. And I go, I'm never going to get Star Wars again.
That's it.
It's done.
Mm.
I have to accept what it is. And then the word comes down that Disney throws a lifeline out there and says, we're buying the Star Wars franchise, and we're going to not only make new movies out of the Skywalker saga, we're making our own new series. We're making all kinds of offshoots.
We're getting fucking
We're
crazy.
fucking going wild.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Alert.
This is crazy. But will they ruin it? Will I love them again, or am I done? I don't know. I mean, I could still watch on repeat the first 3. I could still watch them on repeat because I love them so much. So I did have some hesitation. I went to go see Force Awakens with my 2 friends here.
Yep.
Which again, I wasn't sure. Like, do I go by myself again? I don't want Thor's commentary.
Okay, well, it's
like, if
great
this fucking
commentary.
guy says anything during the
Okay, I don't
movie,
know.
I might murder him.
Murder?
Oh yeah,
Like,
Eddie had to sit down with us, Emily, before we went to see this
Really?
movie. Of like, no fucking around. Yes, you're gonna fucking see me cry. Just be there
What?
for me and sit there and be quiet.
Be there for you.
That's what he said.
They
And
wanted.
I
You
agree.
guys wanted to see it.
Yes,
we were
we
going to
wanted
the
to
same
go.
early screening.
Yes.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
said, all right, either I'm going to sit by myself, or if we sit together, you just got to be cool. I'm
Yeah.
asking you this as a friend. Please be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
This means the world to me. And so the moment I see the Lucasfilm up there, I can't help it. Tears.
Oh,
start pouring down-
Tears?
Tears start pouring down my eyes.
And Eddie made me sit
Fierce.
in between the two of them because even though Thor promised, Eddie still didn't trust Thor
No.
to keep his trap
Oh,
shut during the movie.
believe
I was
me.
going to ask what the seating
Ridiculous.
arrangements were.
Yeah.
Believe you me, Emily. Did I see Thor lean over to Sky at one point and say something? And I fucking shot over and look like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Don't-
wasn't allowed to even talk to Sky?
dude, I don't want to be distracted at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
It's
had some
serious
great
stuff.
comments.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to
I
hear
had some great
Oh,
comments.
wow. But they were hot comments.
They
He
were
thinks his
great.
commentary is always
Oh,
the
I
best.
know.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I'm at a
phenomenal.
movie. I want to watch the movie. I don't care about
I
your
add to
commentary.
it.
No, you don't.
This is not the. This is
He
not
adds
the.
to it.
I add to it.
That. Yeah.
You're
Ask
not
my
part.
fian-
You're not part of the
My
experience.
fiance fucking
No,
loves
she
my
doesn't.
commentary.
Oh,
Are you
that's
kidding
Nobody
me?
loves-
God.
nobody
Are you
loves it.
fucking kidding
That's
me?
cute. You're cute.
So I watched The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I literally cried 6 times
Oh, my
during
God.
the movie.
Really?
Well, huh?
Nope.
Oh no!
There he goes.
Here
There
we
he goes.
go. Here we go.
All right.
On,
All right.
It's okay.
on, gone.
It's everything I wanted and everything that I was waiting for. and it's all right in front of me. All my friends are back.
Oh, your friends.
I'm like, this is
All
this
your
is
buddies, huh?
fucking great.
No Jar Jar.
No Jar Jar.
Oh.
Jar Jar.
I had zero complaints about it. There was a lot of people who were like, well, this is a complete remake, basically, of episode 4. What's going on? Of the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who didn't say that? Right, Thor?
Well, I mean, if you kind of look at it, I mean, there's a lot of similarities.
There's a lot of similarities.
there?
But,
But did they do
that's
that
what I
on-
love. I'm like, you're giving me the hits.
Well,
You're
play
giving me the hits.
Yeah.
This is what I like. Do you guys like when bands sound completely different on an album?
No.
Like they make one album, you're like, oh, I love this, and then the next album you buy it and you're like, what
Yeah.
band is this? I don't even know what I'm listening to.
Yeah, or you go to see them in concert and they play all the B-sides.
Oh.
You're like,
No, give me the hits. Give me the hits, baby. And so that's how I felt watching Force Awakens. I was like, this is what I love. This is everything I love.
there it is.
Yeah.
I was thrilled. I'm like, we're back. We're back.
We are back, by the way.
And so I was like, I don't hate Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Oh, you've
So
been validated.
It really did. It
It's
validated
like you
my
were
feelings.
questioning your sexuality, and all of a
Million
sudden
percent.
it was
Wait.
like,
When I went to
no
see
question.
the prequels, it was like I had a dick in my mouth.
Oh my god! And
And I was like, do I like this?
Do you want
Do I
that?
like
Do you
this?
like it?
I don't feel like I do.
Do you want to keep it there?
I don't feel like I
That's a
do.
really
I don't
weird
think
analogy.
you do. I don't think you do.
No, I like vagina.
You want vagina in your mouth?
All day, son.
Yeah, all
Wow.
of it.
That
So
is
it
a
didn't make any sense.
wild thing to say.
It's a great
It really
analogy.
is.
Okay.
It's a great analogy.
Wait.
Thor got very uncomfortable with
That's
your
fine.
analogy.
I just didn't see that coming.
I know. I
neither.
had to spit it out.
Yeah.
Gross.
And so, so I'm great. Then the next episode comes out.
Not great.
Oh,
What's
happened here?
Not
No.
What's happened here? We're off track.
not great.
I'm not happy.
what's going on?
I'm not happy.
Oh no.
It's not great.
Some would say shit show.
Man, I wouldn't go that far. Again, I have some redeeming things about the movies. There was
But that's because you're a
scenes that I
massive
liked.
fan.
Okay.
I mean, I
get that.
respect that.
Then the next episode comes out, episode 9.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up the story.
Wrap
Okay.
I
it up.
loved it.
Loved it.
I was over the moon with how it ended. And that's a tricky thing to do, to wrap up, 30 some years of a story and to make everybody happy with it. It's a really difficult thing to do.
And you got to make it pure, like Joe Rogan says.
Exactly.
pure.
It was
So
pure
pure.
for me.
It
It
was
was
pure.
pure for me.
Do you think
Okay.
Kanye didn't
Eddie.
see the last one, and that's
No, he
why
did.
he's talking?
He's a fucking crazy person.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If you think the prequels are better than the last ones, then you're a fucking crazy person.
Wow.
You have massive issues, and you could go fuck off, in my opinion.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hey, Dario.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Eddie,
my god.
why are
I'm
you
so
doing
scared.
this?
No,
I have no
don't-
idea. Dude,
Don't,
why are you
Eddie.
doing
I'm
this?
too scared.
He
Don't ask
he
Dario anything.
is the
Oh, no.
antithesis of everything.
He's Kanye West.
He,
He is.
the guy, I loved fucking Game of Thrones. This guy fucking
Game
hated
of
Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
you guys would fight all the time.
Yeah.
I loved The Last of Us Part 2. This guy fucking hated it.
Yeah.
We've gotten into massive fights about all things that are amazing. That he
Batman,
hates.
Superman. There were some.
It was terrible. He loves it.
Yeah, it was
So
like-
it's like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
dude? I can't.
He's our Skip Bayless.
Yeah, he really is.
We hate him.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on what Kanye said?
I think Kanye just won my vote.
See,
Kanye
he's
just
doing a
won
bit.
my vote.
See, he's doing a bit.
Okay.
These guys doing a bit.
Really?
Is
This
he,
guy's doing a bit.
is he
Listen,
trying to be that
listen.
guy?
Motherfucker's doing a bit.
It's okay.
Look at this fucking guy.
You
Look
are
at him.
allowed
Look
to
at him.
like
Fucking
bad
guy.
things. It's understandable.
Who is Kanye? I know.
You're allowed to hit like bad
Are you
things.
talking
It's
to
okay.
me?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
You're talking to me.
Yes, I am.
So you're saying
Yes.
the prequels, episodes 1, 2, and 3,
Yes.
are good.
I'm not. I'm saying they're bad. I'm
Okay.
saying the new ones are worse.
The worst.
Yes.
Why are they worse?
Because
than
the
prequels?
second one is the worst of the numbered movies.
They're not
by far.
It's not
It's the
worse
worst.
than 1 and 2. 1 and 2
I'd
are
rather
the
see
worst.
Jar Jar all day.
Well,
I've
there
seen
you go.
no, I've
Well, there
seen
you go.
I've seen the prequels multiple times. I haven't seen number 8 more than once. It still makes
Well,
me
maybe
mad
you
just think
should.
about it.
Maybe you should.
Makes you mad.
Go back to that. No, I don't like torture.
Listen,
I don't
it
hate
was-
myself that much.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good by any means.
It was the worst.
But 1 and 2 are garbage. It's
Aren't they
hot
very long and
garbage.
boring?
Yes, they're talking
there's
about
no
trade
action?
federations and fucking like what the hell? Like clearly racist characters too, by the way.
Got some
yeah.
racism in there.
Like Jake Lloyd, who plays Anakin, can't act his way out of a fucking wet paper bag. I mean, it is embarrassing. And then George, all he wants to do is make everything computerized because this is fun.
Fancy.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And so it looks fake. It looks garbage. It's awful.
That's not pure.
It was anything. It was anything but pure.
That
There
ain't
are a
pure.
lot of issues that I have with episode 8. A lot. But I will watch that a million times over episodes 1 and 2.
Wow.
Damn.
You're wrong.
How could I be wrong?
Okay,
It's my opinion.
Episode 1 at least has a couple of redeeming qualities. One is the lightsaber duel. It probably has the best lightsaber duel in the whole saga. Would you disagree? Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Thor, where does it rank on your list? Of
If I'm doing a
lightsaber duels?
lifesaver
To me,
saga list,
it's
ooh,
a
it's up
fight.
there.
It's a fight between
It's up
Anakin
there.
and Obi-Wan in Episode 3 and the Darth Maul duel.
Personally,
So-
I enjoy the Rey Kylo Ren lightsaber duel in
That's badass, dude.
7.
Oh, in the snow? Is that the one in the snow? I remember that one,
Titties
actually.
everywhere.
Wait,
What?
titties? No,
Speak-
there's no
What?
titties everywhere.
You're talking about Finn?
Oh, that's another one. That's another one that I watched late at night on my
what?
Yeah, that's something different, though.
Different.
That was on
different.
Pornhub.
That's the Pussy Awakens.
So to me, Episode 7, well, you said it. It's kind of just a remake of number 4, which I don't hate. It's okay. You're gonna reboot the stuff, but it didn't really bring anything special to the table. Number 8 was total garbage, the worst thing I've ever seen. Well,
wow.
except for
You're
Solo.
the worst thing I've ever
Solo's the
seen.
worst thing that has Star Wars in it. But 8 is the worst of the numbers movies. 9, they tried really hard to fix what they had messed up. So, I mean, overall, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I love that you are on the same page with Kanye West.
Yeah, that can't
'Cause
feel good.
it's perfection.
We're both geniuses.
You guys are the biggest
He's a musical
assholes
genius
on
and
the
a film genius.
And if
Yes.
you ever ran for president, which you can't because you're a foreigner.
Well, I
wouldn't
can
vote
totally
for you either.
Suck on that,
What?
Dario.
You know what? I'm gonna contact Kanye. I'm gonna get him to be. I'm gonna be
You know
his
what?
BP.
I'm contacting
Does he have a
INS. I'm getting you the fuck out of here.